Hi guys, Lewis here and welcome to your 3 simple steps. And today we're going to be talking all about exercise and the best way to exercise. I get so many questions again in comments from people saying to me, you know, what's the best way to train? What's the best way to do this for fat loss? What's the best way to do this for increasing cardiovascular fitness? What's the best thing for health? And you know, so many questions all around exercise and which is the best way. And the one thing, the big answer that I've got to tell you essentially is that it's all what works best for you. Sorry to tell you that, there's no kind of silver bullet here, but essentially that's it. It's what works well for you. We have to understand that we all have different body types and we get different responses to exercise as well. So again, it's the same with, you know, likes of nutrition, is that, you know, there isn't one size fits all. We've got to start thinking about and looking at that we're all different and we'll get different responses depending on your body type in terms of training. So start thinking about now about different ways that you can exercise. So whether it's going to be you do things from a cardiovascular point of view, whether it's going to be that you're doing things from a weight training point of view, a circuit training point of view, whether it is you playing sport, whatever it is that really you're going to enjoy as well. So try and start thinking about things that you really like doing, and that will help you stay in a good regular exercise routine. So the start point is really to start thinking about, you know, what things that you like doing. Start experimenting with either cardiovascular kind of exercises, whether it's going to be kind of more weight training kind of exercises, whether it's going to be, you know, kind of class based in terms of what you're doing there, and just so you can get a varied way of training and different ways to see what's going to work best for you. So essentially that is the way that you're going to go. So that's now going to bring me on to step 1. Okay, so step 1, start thinking now about frequency and the frequency of training, which essentially means how many times that you're going to do it. You want to start off, if you're a beginner to exercise, then certainly start off small. You know, you've obviously got your goals, your ambitions that you want to achieve, but don't go too hard too quickly. So make sure that you start off at a small pace and just do exercise a couple of times a week and see how you get on with that. And if your body feels good, then obviously start to increase that over time. If you are, you know, kind of more into exercise and you've got a big training history and you've been doing it for quite a while, then, you know, you can go kind of all in straight away. Now, the big thing is that a lot of people ask in terms of the questions of how to manage exercise. Do you do one day on, one day off? You know, essentially you can do as much as you want and it's all down to how you feel. If you do a training routine and the next day you're incredibly sore and you can barely move, then it's not a good shout going training that day. Okay, yeah, so maybe you'll take a rest day then. If you've had a good routine and the next day you're feeling good, then go and train again. You know, whatever it is that you're doing, whether you're playing sport, whether you're going for a run, whether you're going to the gym, if you feel good, go do it. So the whole kind of rest thing is down to you and down to how you feel. If the body's feeling good, if the engine's good, then, you know, go at it. You know, you've got to consider now, I know obviously we're thinking about professional athletes here, but when you look at athletes, then those guys are training 2-3 times a day, every day. And every now and again, they'll have a rest day when they feel as though they need it. So start thinking from the fact of your body can really tolerate quite a lot. And so if you're feeling good, then, you know, continue to go on forward with that. So that is what training frequency is all about, is basically be selective in terms of how many days that you're going to do. Doesn't matter if it's, you know, just short, then gradually increase it over time. It doesn't matter if you do day on, day off. If you're feeling good, then just keep on going. So think about your frequency, and when you're looking at your frequency, look to see what's working well for you in terms of how you look and how you feel. And if it's feeling good and you're looking good, then keep it going. If not, then maybe you need to change the frequency and either increase it or maybe even reduce it. All right, so that's what training frequency is all about. Brings us then to step 2. Okay, so step 2 then is all about how you're now going to do this. So we've looked at the training frequency, you've selected the way that you're going to actually physically train, whether it's going to be running or whether it's going to be, you know, in the gym lifting weights. But now we've got to start thinking about how we're going to do it. So are we going to do things for a few seconds, say 10 to 30 seconds of really explosive, high impact stuff, really intense? Or are we going to do it for maybe, say, less intensity but for longer, for around about 60 seconds to 2 minutes, and then we have a rest? Or are we going to do it where we're just continuously moving on and moving on? So if we're looking for more of a cardiovascular effect, then the things that you do, whatever it is that you're doing, needs to be going for a long period of time without any rest. If you are looking at doing things with a lot less rest and you want more of an intense effect, and you're trying to maybe stimulate the metabolism slightly more, then doing things like heavy resistance training can work very well, where you'll be pushing for maybe say 30 seconds at a very maximum, and then you have a rest again. Could be that you're doing this within the form of running, where you sprint and you're sprinting for 10, 20, 30 seconds, and then you rest. However it is that you want to adapt those elements of exercise is completely down to you, but you need to select which one you feel is going to work best, and the only way you're going to do that is by trialing it. So whatever it is that you're doing from a training point of view, think about how long you're going to do it for. So are we going to go for 10, 20, 30 seconds of explosive stuff, really intense, and then have a rest? Are we going to go for maybe say 60 seconds to 2 minutes and then we have a rest? Or are we going to go through more of a long-term duration of maybe say 10, 20, 30 minutes where we're just continuously going without rest? You know, pick which one you think suits you and pick which one is giving you the results. So step 3 then, it's normal form. It's all about tracking what you are doing. And if you are selecting certain ways of training, let's just say we've decided to go for long duration, okay, for the cardiovascular effect or more cardiovascular effect, then we need to monitor that and see what result it's going to give us. So if maybe say after, I'd always give a period of around about 4 weeks. Monitor your progress after 4 weeks, look at how you feel, look at the effect that it has on your body, and look at how you are performing. And if all of those 3 things are all changing and going in the right direction, then stick with it because it's working for you. If it's not, then it's not giving you the desired result, then you need to obviously change that to a different way of training. So therefore, instead of changing what you're doing, change how you're doing it. So instead of doing the long duration of the continuous going without any rest, then just shorten it down. Maybe try the heavy intense resistance stuff. Maybe it's going for sprinting for, say 20, 30 seconds and then slowing it right down again. So try that and then trial that for a month and see how it goes and see how your body adapts. So this is the big things. It's always about when you're trialing different ways of training, always give it a good trial period and track your progress in terms of what you're doing. That's the only way that you will then find the best way to exercise for you. So there's your 3 simple steps on the best way to exercise. Try those different elements there of training and try the different ways of actual training, within those different elements, and see what results you get, guys. And I'd love to be able to find out, how you're getting on. If you want to email me or just want to make any comments here, then just please fire away. If you need any help or assistance, then you can simply email me on lewis@lewisbailey.co.uk, or you can simply give us a call at the office on the number at the top there. See you soon.